TYT Sports will be in New York next week covering the Kicking and Screening Film Festival. We have 5 free tickets to give away. The first 5 people to tweet me will get in. I kid you not. Good luck. We'll get Nikki's take on Chris Brown in a moment. However, he got absolutely posterized. It was set up, though, by Andre Drummond of the Detroit Pistons. He is 6'11", about 275 pounds. So let's see it.
Defense.
Defense. So it's a vine, obviously. We're just going to keep repeating it. You could tell when the guy is an NBA player by the way he threw down that dunk. Like, that was no ordinary dunk.
No.
You know? So you're in favor of Chris Brown getting posterized by an NBA player?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all.
Yeah?
He could have, I mean, like, obviously, I mean, Chris Brown didn't even, like, he could have taken a charge. Like,
sure,
something.
why not?
Like,
would you really take a charge from that guy, though? 6'11", 270?
Maybe.
You would not.
I mean,
while pregnant, you would?
Yeah,
no.
While pregnant.
Yeah, totally.
Holding my baby.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm okay with Chris Brown getting pummeled.
Yeah, not a huge fan of Chris Brown?
No, it's not that. I mean, I believe everybody gets a second chance.
Except for Lance Armstrong.
Except for Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of any man beating on a woman at all. I don't think most women are. I think getting dunked on was probably good for him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Showed him a little something?
Yeah.
However, again, it was set up, so that's the only unfortunate part. But if he did take the charge, that would have been pretty awesome.
I would have been like, all right.
Yeah.
At least the man can take a good charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And he could get pummeled in the end, too. Why not? Do you listen to his music? Honestly.
No.
You do not?
No.
Whenever it's on, you don't dance?
No.
You're drunk at the club, having a good time?
Drunk at the club.
Right
well,
when it comes on, you just back against the wall,
Um,
arms folded?
It's not that. It's just in general, I'm not a huge fan of his music. I mean, yeah, there's probably a few songs that if I'm like, a couple tequila shots and Coors Lights in, I'll be like dancing to. But I mean, in general, I'm not gonna buy his music or download it on Spotify or anything.
No, you won't download it either.
Nope.
You're having a pregame, people want to be like, oh, let's go to Nikki's laptop.
And it's not because of
There's
what
no
he
Chris
did.
Brown?
It's not because of what he did. It's because I'm just not, I'm not at that.
You're not into that music?
No.
Not into house music
Not
or anything
his.
like that? Okay, understood. Is it because of what happened, though?
No.
Oh,
no. I mean, Michael Jackson has some of my favorite music in the world, and well, I mean,
that
he didn't.
Written.
Yes, yeah. But I still listen to Michael Jackson. I love his music. Yeah, so I can kind of separate the two.
Favorite Michael Jackson song?
Oh, Rock With You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Billie Jean.
Billie Jean's great.
Not Thriller.
Thriller's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
not as great.
I literally have every single one of his albums.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right. So if I were to go into the Nikki DeLoach library, what would I find?
Of music?
Yeah.
Everything. You'd find, old 60s and 70s. You'd find like everything from Cream to Doobie Brothers to Janis Joplin to,
You get your Wu-Tang on every once in a while?
Wu-Tang, hip hop, lots of hip hop.
Awesome.
I actually used to choreograph hip hop dance.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yes.
How old were you?
I danced most of my life, and then when I was probably like 19, I started doing that. And so I love hip hop music. I love a lot of country music. I really like a lot across the board.
Mumford & Sons?
Love Mumford & Sons.
Yeah?
I wasn't as big of a fan as the second album as I was the first album. The first album I still play like all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's like the one hip hop artist that people may not be aware of that you have in your library?
Well, he's not hip hop as much as he's like hip hop R&B maybe.
Who?
Frank Ocean's album is Channel Orange.
Frank Ocean's
I think
solid.
it's just.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I think it's genius.
Very, very talented.
I think it's so genius. It's my favorite album right now.
A few of the sleepers I have are Schoolboy Q, Devin the Dude, Brother Ali. Brother Ali's really good. I'll get you some Brother Ali. It's really good.
There's one. I'm trying to think of who. I'm like having pregnancy brain right now. I'm trying to think of like, but he has a song called "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe."
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Yeah.
That album is really good.
It is really good.
It's so good.
Very good.
I love it.
Kendrick Lamar is certainly one of the up and comers.